Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the October 26, 2021 meeting of the Albany County Legislature. I'm Andrew Joyce and I serve as chair of the legislature. We're conducting this public hearing remotely in accordance with the Public Officers Law and at the advice of medical professionals. The governing law directs that we hold a public hearing in certain circumstances. Our rules prohibit members of the public from questioning legislators and prohibits us from questioning you. I would like to note that the information for tonight's meeting has been on the legislature's website since last week. This is the same format we have used since the pandemic began, which has produced robust public discourse. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Beston,
Here.
Brewski,
Here.
Bergdorf, Chapman,
Here.
Clay,
Here.
Clary,
Here.
Camiso, Cunningham, Demolowitz, Drake,
Here, sorry.
Efacoro,
Here.
Ethier,
Here.
Feeney,
Here.
Fine,
Here.
Grimm,
Here.
Andrew Joyce,
Here.
Ray Joyce, Kuhn,
Here.
Lakakis,
Here.
Lockhart,
Here.
Moriello,
Here.
Mayo,
Here.
McLaughlin,
Here.
McLean Lane, Miller,
Present.
O'Brien,
Present.
Burley,
Here.
Peter,
Here.
Plosky,
Here.
Reedy,
Here.
Reinhardt,
Here.
Ricard,
Present, Madam Clerk.
Simpson, Smith,
Here.
Touche,
Present.
Tunney,
Present.
Ward,
Here.
Whalen,
I'm here. Hello.
Willingham.
Present.
I have 32 present.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Clerk, please read resolution number 320.
Resolved by the County Legislature of the County of Albany that a public hearing on proposed local law number I for 2021, a local law of the County of Albany amending local law number 1 for 2013 entitled An Ominous Human Rights Law for Albany County to be held remotely by the Albany County Legislature at 7:15 p.m. on Tuesday, October 26, 2021, with participation information to be made available on the Albany County website, and the clerk of the county legislature is directed to cause notice of such hearing to be published containing the necessary information in accordance with the applicable provisions of law. Affidavits of publication are on file in the clerk's office.
Speakers are called in the order in which they signed up, and speakers will be allowed 5 minutes each. Clerk, please read the first name.
Aprecia Cabe,
Hello and good evening. Thank you for having me here, all of you honorable legislators. I'm here to speak in support of the new law, the Crown Law, to talk about the importance of cultural competence when it comes to what we first see. Historically, natural hair has gotten a bad rap or an adverse reaction from people who may not be as culturally competent as others. Natural hair is a right of African American women and men who chose to culturally keep their natural hair. Through history, African Americans have chosen other routes in order to assimilate with the majority culture when it comes to workplaces as well as recreational spaces. The Crown Law would be able to support and help those who made a choice to culturally follow what they believe in when it comes to their hair as a journey, as what we call a natural hair journey, which could also be considered a pilgrimage back to the original hair. It takes a lot of cultural competence to be able to understand how important natural hair is to um, uh, populations and majorities of African Americans. When it comes to natural hair and turbans, dreadlocks, and different things that people use, especially African American people, it really comes down to culture. But African American people are not the only culture that uses head wraps, turbans, and different styles to express themselves. It's completely understandable that in a professional setting, there will be standards, policies, and procedures that will help to make everything uniform. I believe, after watching the last hearing, that there are ways that companies that are in Albany County could support cultural competence in the workplace by creating and enforcing even diversity, inclusion, and equity committees or sectors of their own workplaces, especially if they're being funded by Albany County funds. It will take some time, but I believe as we increase cultural competency, we can retain uh, uh, and retain workers and staff, display and communicate a trust that can be increased as time goes on because of the respect for cultural competency. And I believe the Crown Law is overall a great law for women who have been sent home or women who have been ridiculed, even men, for their natural hair. It will take education, patience, and an open mind to understand that for years and maybe going into centuries now, Black hair has been seen as an adverse symbol, but Black hair and Black decisions to wear these turbans and head wraps are a decision that is important for cultural competence. Thank you for letting me speak today, and I hope that in the future we can find more ways to discuss through committees, especially at workplaces, about cultural competence, diversity, equity, and inclusion. My name is Aprecia Kabe. I'm an
Hello?
Albany resident.
Hey,
Thank you.
Bert, how you doing? I'm good. What's up?
Hey, guys, hang on. Thank you, Ms. Kabay. Mr. Simpson, Mr. Joyce, we've got you. You've joined after the roll, but we have you for marked in for attendance. Mr. Joyce, are you there?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Gotcha. Okay, is there anyone, if you could please mute if you're not speaking? Thank you.
I just want to announce that I have been here, Merton Simpson.
We've got you, Mr. Simpson.
Okay.
We've got you. Mr. Joyce and Mr. Simpson have joined. Thank you. Is there anyone else in this meeting who wishes to speak on resolution number 320, local law I? Hearing none, the public hearing is now closed. Clerk, please read resolution number 321.
Resolved by the county legislature of the county of Albany that a public hearing on proposed local law number J for 2021, a local law of the county of Albany, New York, authorizing the county executive to negotiate a long-term power purchase agreement for property owned and maintained by Albany County, to be held remotely by the Albany County Legislature at 7:15 p.m. on Tuesday, October 26, 2021, with participation information to be made available on the Albany County website, and the clerk of the county legislature is directed to cause notice of such hearing to be published containing the necessary information in accordance with the applicable provisions of law. Affidavits of publication are on file in the clerk's office.
Clerk, please read the first name.
There are no speakers.
Is there anyone in this meeting who wishes to speak on local law J? Hearing none, the public hearing is now closed. Clerk, please read resolution number 386.
Whereas Section 603D of the Albany County Charter directs that the tentative annual budget as prepared by the county executive shall be filed with the clerk of the legislature on or before October 10th. And whereas Section 604A of the charter provides that the first of two public hearings on the tentative annual budget shall be held not later than October 30th. Therefore, be it resolved that the Albany County Legislature will hold a public hearing on the 2022 tentative annual budget to be held remotely by the Albany County Legislature at 7:15 PM on Tuesday, October 26, 2021, with participation information to be made available on the Albany County website, and the clerk of the county legislature is directed to cause notice of such hearing to be published containing the necessary information in accordance with the applicable provisions of the charter. Affidavits of publication are on file in the clerk's office.
Clerk, please read the first name.
There are no speakers.
Is there anyone in this meeting who wishes to speak on the 2022 tentative annual budget? Hearing none, the public hearing is now closed. Hey, everyone be safe. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion made by Mr. Vaccaro, seconded by
Second.
Mr. Miller. All those in favor?